Hey guys, today I want to talk about lower back and how to be able to overcome injuries, how to be able to prevent injuries from happening. So lower back is something that's so common. People get injured all the time, and that was big problem that I had before. And I see that being asked a lot. So I want to go ahead and share with you some of my experience on that. So, lower back injuries can come from a lot of different places, from a lot of different causes. Don't take this as the only way that it could happen or the only solutions. But I do like to just share some of the experiences that I had and some of the things that I've discovered on how it was able to help me. Sometimes it's simple as we were lifting too heavy of a weight, or we were lifting something that our back couldn't handle. And maybe it was something like a 1 rep max or something like, really low repetition if we were in the gym working out. Or maybe we're just moving something heavy and we were just in a wrong position and we pulled our back. We're going to talk about what to do afterwards. So we're just going to kind of talk about what could be creating it. So that's something normal that happens once in a while. Another thing that I find, even for me, was probably a little more common, is that I would be doing something random and I would just injure my back. Like I would, let's say, go tie my shoes, or I even injured my back before sneezing. It was like the craziest thing. I was like, how is it to where I'm sneezing and this little movement here was injuring my back? It didn't make any sense. When this is happening and we're doing something that doesn't seem to be enough force to injure our back, but yet it happens, here's what could be happening. When our body experiences stress, we experience two different types of stress. There's a type of stress to where it's like we're exercising and then we rest, recover, and become stronger. And our body is still functioning like normal. But then there's another type of stress that is more like a survival stress. And this type of stress, when our body's experiencing this, it doesn't get stronger. It actually does the opposite. It shuts down everything. It shuts down our recovery, our ability to recover, our ability to heal. It shuts down places like our digestive system. It moves all of the energy into our limbs and takes it out of everywhere else because our bodies feel like we're in danger. And when this happens, we aren't able to recover. So we can be waking up, we've been working throughout the day, doing this stuff, and then we go to bed, but then our bodies didn't recover because we're constantly in this stress. So then day after day, our body starts to break down. And that's why, if you ever notice, maybe you or maybe somebody ever notice to where, let's say you got those weeks, or those months, so you're really grinding it out. You're pulling these 12-hour, 14-hour, 16-hour shifts. You're doing 7 days a week. You don't have an off day. I know everybody has experienced something like this before, at least once in their life. And your body's like really, really fatigued. Your body's like really tired and you can totally feel it. And when that happens, this is because the body is not experiencing the good type of stress that allows it to bounce back stronger. It's doing the opposite. The body is experiencing the survival stress and it doesn't have a chance to recover. So even though you slept, 6 hours or 7 hours or even 8 hours, but because the stress is still there in the body, therefore the body didn't have a chance to recover. So if we're working our body every day and our body didn't have a chance to recover, then it gets injured. Then we can do something really random, it'll just get injured. So that, I feel, is a very common thing because of our society today and the amount of stress that we're all feeling from time to time. When this happens, here's what to do, And even if we're just, even if it was the first example to where we're feeling fine, but we just simply lifted something really heavy. The solution to rehabbing a back that I found works really well for me, is really simple. All I do is make sure that, number one, my body is not stressed. The way I ensure that my body is not stressed is by practicing on relaxing and calming my body. Our bodies are supposed to be calm and relaxed. That's our normal state. We elevate our state once in a while when we're doing something intense or when we need to do something active. But when we're done with whatever it is, we can go back to this calm and relaxed state. And if our body stays in this heightened state of activity and all the stress for a sustained period of time, that's how our body starts to break down. Because our body can't hold that state for that long. It's only a matter of time before our body needs to recover and rest before we can do it again. So to ensure that that happens, I practice relaxing, being calm, and a simple move that I do that I've been showing people because it's like the easiest thing, to get rid of stress, to loosen up, and simply just a little hop. All you're doing is just a little hop. You can do it anywhere, and all this does is loosen up the body. All this does is shake the body off and allow the muscles in the body to relax, allow the energy in the body to kind of flow up and down. Because a lot of times if our body is not recovered really well and it's not doing well or it's injured, energy isn't flowing really well in our body. And if energy is not flowing well in our body, then our blood flow is not flowing well in our body, and things need to flow in our body. It's a tight system. Everything flows and influences each other. So something as simple as just jumping up and down, that will allow the energy to start flowing. And there's a lot of other moves you can do, but that's like the most basic and simple one. And so I would do that for a minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and nothing intense, just go ahead and loosen up, okay? The second thing I'll do is make sure that I'm getting enough sleep. Most of the time I sleep on average about 7 hours. But if I was experiencing an injury, I might sleep a little bit more. Maybe like 8 or 9, maybe even 10. But don't overdo it, because if we overdo it, we stay in bed too long, then our energy gets too low and our energy is not flowing because we're laying there too long. We need to move around to allow the energy to flow, so this way our bodies can recover. Make sure you're not sleeping too much, but get the sleep, okay? The next thing is making sure that your diet is good. So it doesn't have to be super, super clean diet to where you're trying to shred up. But I'm talking about making sure you're not going to town on junk food, a whole bunch of sweets and things like that, because a lot of sugar causes inflammation in the body. So when the body's inflamed, you can't heal. So you got to make sure your diet is clean. What I would recommend is eating food that's easy to digest, and don't overeat, so this way you don't tax too much energy on your body. The more food you eat, the more your body has to spend its energy and its efforts on digesting the food. But you want your body to spend its effort on healing your lower back or maybe another part of your body. So eat light, things that are easy to digest, fruits and vegetables. Stay away from super heavy meats. I don't know if you guys know, but I've been vegetarian for a little while now, and I'm always feeling really light because the food digests really quickly, And that, again, totally up to you. But either way, just stay away from all the super heavy foods and the fried foods and things like that. If you do that, you should be able to go and hopefully start getting your back to feel better. I hope some of these tips can help you out. They have for me, and I've injured so many body parts throughout the over 25 years of training and lifting and doing all kinds of stuff. And I managed to be able to heal everything. And my body is stronger and feeling better than ever before. So I know there's a lot of truth to some of these things that I'm sharing with you. But again, it's only one perspective, and there's a lot more other things and a lot more other methods. So hope this resonates with you and you can use this to help you out. All right, thanks guys.